the caboodle has thrown 2 touchdown passes. One to Mays in the third quarter, got him to 21 all, and this to Ricky Watters, his third in the fourth quarter.
The Seattle drive. Second down, goal at the 4. Hand off to Watters, a block by Strong. Outside he goes. Watters dives, touchdown. What a drive.
This is something. This is a tough place to have a drive this long. Right here at the very end, Romanowski, see, it looked like he may have been held a little bit right there, but Romanowski was the last guy. Christian Fourier got just enough of a block on him to hold him, and then the bounce outside by Ricky Watters right here. He stumbles a little bit, reaching into the end zone, though, to make sure that ball crosses.
Points, or you're going to be watching with a clipboard in your hands.
Inside the 20. Swing right side, defender falls down. Watters into the end zone, touchdown. Ricky Watters.
Well, the Chargers didn't see this West Coast Bill Walsh offense really in the opener against the Raiders, but so far today, they're seeing all this offense they really want. What's it do? It gets the ball effectively to the wide receivers. It gets the ball to running backs who can run after the catch, and it gets a quarterback some serious kind of pumped up.
They gave him a catch. They called a penalty. I'm not sure. Watters. Ricky Watters, touchdown.
And on to number 32, Ricky Watters.
Ricky Watters wasn't going to spike it. You see that, Pat? He handed it to Brent Jones. Let Brent Jones spike it for him. William Floyd in there congratulating him because this has been the thing that they wanted to do. Watch, Floyd gets a lead. Boom, right there. Good block by William Floyd. Ricky Watters just puts his head down
To get to that 800 mark. Nevertheless, the 49ers scored with Ricky Watters and lead 21-0.
Watch this. Here's a big thing. You get a good lead block here. Barton gets a good block down here, and they're really going to seal off and make a hole in there for Ricky Watters. See Barton take his guy right down there. William Floyd comes off, turns his guy out right there, and all Ricky Watters has to do.
Case calling the signals behind. 3rd and goal at the 4-yard line. You got him. Young can't go to his first man, but he gets his next man, and that's Watters for his second touchdown catch, and a touchdown, and a flag is down as well.
A lot of time to throw that football. That right there was a case of Steve Young buying time and using his legs to find his secondary receiver.
Illegal contact, number 27 defense.
Yeah, Vinnie Clark they caught.
Touchdown.
So the 49ers have scored again on a 4-yard TD pass.
Watch Steve Young. He won't be able to go to his first receiver. He wants to throw it to this side. Now see how he's looking. It's not there. Now watch what he does. This is called buying time. See, you got the feet. Just run outside. Then you find Ricky Watters hanging in the back of the backfield, and that means 6 more points.
Eagles loss, Steve Young was razor sharp, completing 15 of 16 passes for 4 touchdowns, including 2 to Ricky Watters.
Game of the season today. 2nd down and goal on the 4. Here is Ricky Watters, and he goes in for the score. Ricky Watters with his 2nd touchdown of the year.
You can feel the table turning, Jake. You can feel confidence, the 49ers, like they know they belong there. This was good play calling by the 49ers. Twice they pounded it inside. On number 3, they let Watters use his speed. Nice block by Floyd. Not only one, he gets 2 guys with 1 block, and that allows Watters to get in. Knocks down 2 with 1. It's a 2-for-1 sale. And that allows Watters. You see the first one. And then Watters, just watch him dip his shoulder on McNeil. See that? Right into the end zone.
Well, the Lions have had 2 long.
And up to Watters, sweeping outside, needs to cut, decides to go outside, scores.
Bryson Taylor, and get into a rhythm yourself. the Cowboys have been.
First and goal at the 4. Watters again. Touchdown, San Francisco. They had to make something happen, and they did.
Well, they needed emotion, they needed a lift, they needed some life. He was the guy that gave them to it last week in a big way, and he gave it to him on this drive.
George Seifert had
touchdowns, and Ricky Watters rushed for 3 scores. With so many versatile performers, the 49ers boasted an offense that could wear many different hats.
Today, undefeated at home. 3rd and goal from the 5. Watters again, breaking free, touchdown. All that other strategy is now obsolete. And here's a little bit of Ricky Watters' emotion coming out, and his teammates saying, man, let's go back and just enjoy the win. How about this? The young quarterback grabbing home.
Later, he brought the Arrowhead jinx to an end.
Ricky Watters storms into the end zone, and the Seahawks are going to...
Strength of this Cowboy team being their defense, they're number 2 in the league, but this Eagle offense has looked very good on this drive.
First and goal at the 5.
This is the 13th play.
Eagle touchdown.
Now that is football. You come back and they score on you. You're on the road. You get the ball and you just drive it down on a 14-play.
Had a very impressive drive. 13 plays, 74 yards. Watters scored the touchdown.
Tight end set. Watters. Cuts it outside. Dives. Touchdown. That was a powerful run by Ricky Watters.
You're absolutely right, Mike. This is pure individual effort. Good job by the line, blocking at the point of attack and getting him into the secondary. He's going to be coming down to you. Does a nice job. There he is. Now he's on his own. Now it's all Ricky Watters. Crockett tries to hang on. Ricky just gets the ball across the line. Blocking at the point of attack. McIntyre comes around to seal inside. Williams does a good job. And now look, at the 5-yard line, Crockett makes contact. Ricky is just not going to be denied. All he has to do is get that ball across.
Very obvious today.
First and goal at the 6. The San Francisco 49ers trying to add to their lead. That's Ricky Watters. 4 touchdowns for Watters on a cutback.
I have never seen it so easy to run on the New York Giants inside the 5-yard line as it has been today. Or maybe the 49ers have made it easy.
The blocking of that offensive line and the running of Watters.
Ricky Watters starts to stretch it out, and then boom, right there makes the cutback. And about 2 giant missed tackles. So you know the
4 touchdowns by Watters, a playoff record. Just been set by number 32.
It's a touchdown. Here's Ricky Watters. You get a good double team here. Blocked by Raffman here and around there. What Corey Miller doesn't really play that ball very well, but does Ricky Watters.
Hand off to Watters. Sweeps to the left, finds the hole, cuts in, brings to the end zone, touchdown.
New Year goes in with him. First and goal for the Seahawks. Watters, touchdown. Whoa. Pretty good hole for Ricky Watters.
Well, you know, we are talking about the Buffalo Bills opening holes in the middle of the defensive line. This time, Ricky Watters actually could have walked in. I think it almost frightened him. Look at this. Look at the blocking. Pete Kendall, Gray. Number 62 is Gray, 66 is Kendall, and that hole is just wide open. Look at it here.
Now you know why Mike has talked about wanting to keep this.
They do it all. Through the air, on the ground, Ricky Watters. Former Notre Dame Fighting Irishman goes in from 6 yards out. 7-0 Niners.
14 yards. 3 plays later, first and goal at the 7. And Ricky Watters, you know, he's running like a young Ricky Watters. 7-0 Seahawks.
Yeah, watch Walter Jones at the left tackle spot. He's going to seal off the defensive end there, form a nice little crease.
World Series, and he played extremely well for Atlanta against Toronto a couple of years back, and a Super Bowl. 3rd and 3 now after the timeout. And the Chargers blitz, but Young gets it off to Ricky Watters for the touchdown.
Well, I'll tell you, the Chargers don't blitz much. They blitzed on the Jerry Rice touchdown at the very beginning of the game. They blitzed there. I mean, Steve Young with the perfect read. I don't blame them for blitzing. We talked earlier, Bill Arnsparger can't just sit back. That is just perfect execution. Ricky Watters is what they call the hot receiver. The linebacker blitzes to his side. The man who's supposed to cover him is clear back in the end zone. Griggs comes up, but Steve Young gets it past David Griggs, right to Ricky Watters. It's just perfectly executed.
Pressure pack kick, because they've been blowing out teams week after week after week.
That is a play that is just not that easily executed. And Young, Watters, and the rest of the members of the San Francisco offense make it look like all they're doing is playing pitch and catch in a park on a Saturday afternoon.
Young, straight back drop, quick pass, left flat. Ricky Watters makes the catch. He's in. Touchdown 49ers. Oh, yeah. There it is. Slid right by Gibson, who had to come out and try to catch up with him and never had a chance.
No way. No way would he have a chance on that. The inside linebacker trying to cover Watters on a swing pattern out in the flat.
Young has had a great...
More importantly, he provided veteran leadership for a team that was still learning how to win. The afternoon belonged to John Kitna, who might as well have been playing flag ball.
The tight ends in there, West and Jimmy Johnson. Johnson is on the move, as is Ricky Watters. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So Watters, who had runs of 14 yards and 13 yards, goes running for 8 right there, and he puts the Eagles on the board first.
And 2 tight ends in the ball game side for side. Watch the pulling guard. It was Joe Panos, 72, pulling out the front side, and Watters, just like picking a chicken wing. Here's the 2 tight ends. Watch this guard. Follow Panos. There goes 72. Gets the man, kicks him out, turns right up inside, and the key is 2 tight ends.
Talent into their lineup. Young players like Ricky Watters were...
What a fine block by Wallace. 2nd and 3, and Ricky Watters cuts it back for the touchdown.
Steve Young raised his arm. He made the change at the line of scrimmage, read the defense, knew what he had to go to, knew the play he wanted, made the change. Touchdown 49ers. I tell you. They're awesome.
They are now playing against themselves in a way. They're playing against the greatest teams in San Francisco history. That's the only question right now.
Boy, and you watch number 8 direct this offense. I asked him the question. I said, what winning the Super Bowl mean to you? And he said, it would be the pinnacle. I feel like I've been climbing a mountain over the last few years. I'd slide back about 10 or 15 feet, and then sometimes I felt like I was going to...
Watters and Floyd are in the backfield. They give it to Ricky. Cuts back left side into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. He beat
Philadelphia now it is 1st and goal at the 9. 7th play of the drive in a scoreless first quarter. Ricky Watters, and he's got room, and he's got the Eagle touchdown. That is the 5th touchdown for Ricky Watters in a little over 2 games.
And that was a lead draw to hit right up over the right guard. And this is why he's a good back. He started up in there and said, they won. The defense has me. And with his eyes, bounced straight to the outside and walked it in for a touchdown. All right, this is supposed to hit, Kevin, right in here and go right off that right guard. Now watch the vision of the back.
57 on the
Follow
offense.
22. That's the lead. Don't like it. I'm going out here. And Tom Carter he was going to chase the inside lead, so he got outflanked.
What he was promised by head coach Ray Rhodes.
22 going first. Watch 22 after the linebacker. There's Saxton. And then 32 says, I don't like it. And look at the quarterback. Rodney knew when he bounced outside. Rodney Pete knew that they had sucked in Tom Carter, the corner, came in. Watch if you can see the black. The first back comes in, and look at him bounce outside. And that's because Tom Carter was trying to help on the inside lead. He wanted.
Fresh late in games.
Watters, touchdown, San Francisco.
Well, but the question was asked earlier of Wade Phillips, how you stop the 49ers. If they're playing like this, your best chance is to hijack the bus. I mean, this is just when they want to. They can do anything offensively they want.
Ricky Watters, who started today 2 games to kick.
They've used everything. Different formation, personnel. They spread the defense on this one. Hand it to Ricky on a trap up the middle, and he converts.
Wasn't hit till the end zone.
Scheme, and when he's hot, boy, there's none better.
10th play of the drive, 3rd down and 9 at the 10. Steve Young's pass is caught for the touchdown, Ricky Watters. 49ers score on their first possession despite 2 penalties and a sack, and lead it 6-0 on a 10-yard pass.
Well, they got an isolation on the safety, Scott Case, and they take him out, and nobody in the backfield, right? Nobody there. That means everybody's got to be covered. Scott Case can't come over in time. Watters just runs a circle route. Young sees it, and then, of course, he misses the dunk.
They won't penalize him for that.
I don't think so.
And this was the 3rd down play. Ricky Watters from Steve Young. 7-0 San Francisco.
Young making his play. When they're in motion here, Scott Case has to take the motion. Jesse Tuckle's the only free guy, but because Young can run the football, he has to stay inside. Young is the only run threat. That leaves the middle of this wide open. Case has to take by position one part of the field away, which leaves.
A lot of check with me at the line. 3rd and 1, and here is Watters. 1st down and more. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 11 yards for Ricky Watters, and if anything can get a team out of the doldrums, it is a first drive as impressively as the Eagles ran that one.
I want you to watch the left side of this offensive line. Right over here. These guys just come off the ball. Nice job by Panos. Nice job by Brooks. See how they get people going this way? And here comes the receiver. Heck, you just run right up inside. That's good offensive football. And a nice job of Urban Fryer. Urban Fryer was the key. Fryer did his job.
And the Eagles lead 7-0. Ricky Watters with his 2nd touchdown rushing. This from 11 yards as the Eagles impressive on their first series of the game.
Just trying to release off the ball. There's contact allowed in that 5-yard area. 1st and goal. Here's Watters. Ricky Watters, touchdown. Well, we talked about how efficient this team is in many ways, and we mentioned the fact that Jerry Rice and John Taylor are such effective downfield blockers. John Taylor's block out here on the point on Eric Allen. How about Martin coming from way on the offside? Well, you know those guys are good blockers.
Penalties on this drive to make it in. 9:32 left in the 3rd. 24-17.
Despite sitting out 3 games with a knee injury, Watters still rushed for 950 yards, scored 10 touchdowns, and added 31 pass receptions for another 300.
For a bad day on San Francisco's part.
Well, we asked that question of Wade Phillips, and he said the only thing you can hope is that they're a little overconfident. Yes. They're heavy favorites. Young wide open. Watters, and he has a touchdown. Well, this Candlestick Park has seen a lot of fine one-handed catches in its days, mostly during the summer, but Watters, spearing it one-handed, earns the score.
Okay, I give Uncle, first drive of the game, we saw it all. The only guy who didn't catch the ball there or have a part was Brent Jones. We saw everybody else in that offense.
Doug Bryan to try the point after from California, the rookie. 49ers wanted to fill a spot there and went to the 3rd round. Very early pick for Bryan, and Watters, who said, I don't want to knock my buddy Jerome Bettis, my former Notre Dame friend, making the Pro Bowl, but boy, look at my numbers. Yeah. I thought I was going to Honolulu.
He didn't want to say anything.
The final 12 yards on this pass, Young to Watters.
Everybody on this offense wants to contribute in any way, shape, or form. The one-handed catch, the move inside.
10th straight victim.
Young goes straight back to throw. Little short pass, left. One-handed catch by Ricky. Breaks inside, dives into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. What a play.
Quarter until Ricky Watters starts to rumble. Got a couple guys in front of him. Nice cut block there. Then he scoots back to the end zone, 13 yards. Ricky, 24 carries, $136, 17-7, Seattle. And a nice block here by Strong.
Well, the fullback, Max Strong.
Runner, and he does as a passer. Here's Ricky Watters. Watters forced out of bounds at the 1. Well, they say touchdown. Late call on the far side. It looked as if Ricky Watters stepped out of bounds, but he is in for the touchdown on the 13-yard run. You know, Watters only has 319 yards coming into this game, but it's not your total carries. It's what you do per carry. And for some reason, people don't think Watters is all that fast or that strong, but as we can see, that's a all they're running is a toss to the right. They're going to get seams on people, get chip blocks. You see the crack right there from Rice. I mean, that was the key block on Everett. And you put Ricky Watters, Kenny, one-on-one with anybody in the league, and I tell you, I got to give him the nod.
Handoff to Watters. Breaks outside. He's got the angle, I think. 5 dive. Touchdown 49ers.
And then it's Kidner to Ricky Watters. And Ricky can do this. This is well disguised. A little delayed screen, 14 yards, 21-19. They do not get the 2-point conversion.
Inside the 20 today, 4 times, 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Capitalizing in the red zone. Ricky Watters. He must break a half a dozen tackles to work his way to the end zone to put the capper on the ball game for the Eagles. Well, if you're an Eagles fan, you saw everything you wanted in that drive. Started with a good kickoff return, a big third down. This is pretty well defensed up front, but Ricky Watters just shows great patience, blocks off his, or kind of bounces off his own blocker, and gets it in the end zone. Look pretty. Lead block here, but watch the great patient job that Ricky Watters does, and you're also going to see some fatigue on the part of the Cincinnati defense, kind of standing up. Watch 33 Ambrose come in here, try to tackle him with his shoulders. That's fatigue. Since the middle of the second quarter.
The Eagles a 41-28 lead.
Yet with 1 minute
this year. On that position, Ricky running Watters. Ran great Monday night. Rushing touchdown for Seattle. Their first this year. Well, this team is coming.
Natty defense.
Ricky Watters round the corner, 15 to the 10. Touchdown, Seattle.
Who else wants the ball? Ricky, you take it. Ricky running Watters. Runs right up the middle of the touchdown. And the Niners lead at 28-0. They go on to beat the Cardinals, who scored 2 late touchdowns.
A quality offensive line that features Pro Bowlers Jesse Sapolo, Harris Barton, and Brent Jones, along with tackle Steve Wallace and guard Ralph Tam.
Up the middle, 5 into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Ricky Watters gets his.
Watters' versatility was one reason why the 49ers boasted pro football's most productive offense.
This is the fourth third down they faced. They're 3 and 3. There's a blitz for third downs 10 and longer. Here's the pass on 3rd and 10. Ricky Watters, they got a block on the block, and he breaks a tackle going into the end zone for a touchdown. Chris Dishman couldn't get him, and Watters is in for the second time today. Perfect call against the blitz because everybody's coming away. You see the blitz are coming from this side right here. Watch everybody. That was Jerome Woods running by him, and then the ball's laid over the top. You want them to rush you when you're throwing the screen like that. There's nobody left to recover and chase from and have the angle on catching the receiver. And unfortunately for Kansas City, they were blitzing from the exact same side they were throwing the screen.
Arrowhead.
Here comes the blitz, getting with a screen cut by Watters to the 20. Gets a block to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ricky Watters ran wild, ringing up 2 quick touchdowns as Seattle grabbed a 17-13 lead. But the fireworks.
1st and 10 San Francisco at the Dallas 30. Here's Young, pump fake. Outside the Watters inside the 10. Knocked out of bounds at about the 1. Now they say touchdown. He was in. Ricky Watters. From 29 yards out on a pass from Steve Young, and the 49ers are hot.
Man, did he have time? I think Ricky Watters was about Steve Young's 3rd wide receiver, because watch his pass protection. Last game they didn't have it. Starts out with a play pass. He looks to the left. He pumps. He looks down the middle. He pumps. He looks out here to the right. His 3rd receiver, Ricky Watters, all the way out here on the right side. Now he does that high step, stays in bounds.
And this would be his first winning season if he could get a couple of wins. He's 7-7 so far.
Toss to Watters. Has some running room, still on his feet, and it's a race to the goal line.
Oh my!
Touchdown! And that was all Ricky Watters. And Kidna was the first man to jump on his back after the 33-yard touchdown run.
That's what they say about Kidna. He's an emotional guy. He's involved in all plays. But watch Ricky Watters. First of all, McElroy tries to tackle him, number 40. Right? That's 45 Houck. And then at the end of this play, watch this stiff arm he gives. I think it's Jeff Burris. Yes, Burris, and just says, get out of here. You're a
7-play drive capped by this 33-yard touchdown run by Ricky Watters, and Doc, take it.
Watch what he does to Tim Houck right here. Houck has a pretty good shot, makes a miss, and then runs through it. But at the end of this play, he does so many things well. He'll shift the ball right down here so that he can straight on Burris, and then right there.
4th down inside the 49. The pitch out to Watters. The block in the corner. He's got it. And here he goes. He'll be gone for the touchdown. Ricky Watters. A 39-yard touchdown run, a season long.
Big gamble for Dennis Erickson, and it paid off. That's the 3rd big play touchdown for Seattle today. Breaks tackles right there. Nothing but a clean break. Victor Green, who's the leading tackler on the New York Jets team,
And Ricky Watters runs right through the arm tackle. Little pitch to the left. Nothing shortened up the middle. Took the angle off tackle. Ricky Watters, one of the best. Arguably 5 defensive linemen down. Now watch the left tackle and the left guard. This left tackle is Jones, Walter Jones, and Pete Kendall at left guard. There's the scrape. There's the key block right there. Now it's arm tackles from Victor Green and Ricky Waters.
That goes Lee. He is looping it from Waters. He's got it. 25, 10. Waters high steps into the end zone. 14-3 Niners. Young to Waters, breaks a couple of tackles. He will go 48 yards. It was 21-3 Niners at halftime. Left. Back to throw is Young. Goes deep middle. Ricky Watters makes a cut. Great cut. 15, 10, 5. Reaches back.
While veterans put the ball.
Moment for Dan Marino.
But the Eagles obviously want to hold on to that football the rest of the way. Here's Waters breaking through. Inside the 30. Inside the 20. Waters. Touchdown.
We won't see Marino now.
A 49-yard touchdown. 164 yards on the ground for Ricky Watters. 21 carries, 164 yards, and the Eagles extend to a 34-21 lead.
Look at the determination on Ricky Watters as he comes off the field. He left the 49ers wanting to be the man here in Philadelphia. This run initially was to eat up the clock. Just make sure we keep possession. Suddenly the hole broke loose and off to the races. A lot of speed for a big man. Just a giant hole. Really the first half-hearted effort I've seen Zach Thomas make. It looked like he just didn't have his feet under him to make a change of direction to make the tackle. It was his responsibility to make that play at the line.
And for Ricky Watters, that is a career high 164 yards. His 4th 100-plus game of the season. 21 carries, 164 plus the touchdown. The previous 4 touchdowns, Detmer combining with Fryer.
He averages 5.1 yards per rush. The league average is 3.7. First down at the 49-yard line. Young this time gives it, or fakes it to Floyd, then throws to Waters, who breaks a couple of tackles, and there goes Ricky for a touchdown.
Boy, I'll tell you, it was tough enough with John Taylor, Jerry Rice, and Brent Jones. But Ricky Watters has worked himself into the passing offense of the 49ers big time. The leading yardage gainer for backs and receiving this past season, and Bill Arnsparger just wondering what is happening out there. Ricky Watters wide open, no protection, no pass rush on Steve Young.
You can't
and he took a good blow there.
You can't miss tackles against the 49ers. You just can't do it. Stanley Richard got a shot on Ricky Watters. You just can't miss tackles downfield. You can't blow coverages. Not against the football. Of the Super Bowl. And now the 2 quickest touchdowns. This one, 51 yards. We played 4 minutes and 55 seconds, and it's 14-0. And the Chargers are doing their best to remain nameless and faceless.
Young with a play fake, drops back to throw, deep middle, Waters a great over-the-shoulder catch, bounces away again. Oh, what if it is a spectacular touchdown catch by Ricky Waters, beating Stanley Richard again, 51-yard touchdown play.
Sensational play-action fake, though, by William Floyd and Steve Young. The Chargers really bought that fake between Young and Floyd.
And Watters wide open down the middle, was hit hard, kept his balance, and made a sensational run. Boy, this crowd is buzzing.
Oh, man, what excitement, what drama in these
sensational plays.
Guy has size, he's 6'3", over 200 pounds, and he's got power, and he's fearless over the middle.
Second down and 3. 13-10 ball game. Hand off to Watters, big hole. He's on his way. It's a foot race. Watters from the 10, touchdown Philadelphia.
Hey, Vern, two different types of touchdowns. That is a 56-yard run. The other one was only 2 yards, and it was a power run. So Ricky Watters, after putting on 20 pounds this offseason to get some more strength, still has breakaway speed. He catches the ball, he can go 56 yards as he did right there, and he can give you a powerful 2-yard run like he did in the first half. He has had a terrific season.
Ricky Watters, back-to-back games in excess of 100. He had 153 last week. After that 56-yard gallop, he's got 101 tonight.
Dexter Carter in the slot this time.
Young, wide open as Watters gets away from the lone defender, and he's going to go 65.
Goodness gracious. This is a clinic.
Continues, and Ricky Watters with his 3rd touchdown today.
And Dick, he comes out of the backfield to make this catch. That new formation I was talking about, I mean, wow, they are deep into the playbook today against Denver, and it's all working.
Dennis Smith showed his 30.
There's a new formation. You got Dexter Carter out here. Here's Brent Jones in motion. Here's the Ricky Watters catch, and here's where Dennis Smith can't catch up. They spread the defense beautifully, and Watters just runs the circle route, the deep circle route out of the backfield. There's no underneath coverage whatsoever, and Dennis Smith playing his last season in the NFL, unless somebody else wants him, he'll not play anymore.
Exclamation point with his longest scrimmage play of the season.
Pressure, pass across the middle, caught by Ricky, breaks loose, he's gone! You can't catch him! You couldn't possibly catch him!
With the win, San Francisco clinched the best overall record in the NFL and secured home field advantage throughout the playoffs. It was time to settle